Well, we're finally getting around to taking the covering off of the banana. My banana here has been covered up all winter long, and I want to peel back the layers around the base and expose that shaft. See if I can get it to start growing up through the tip. All right, let's get going. This is just leaf, debris, grass clippings from last fall that I piled up in here around the base of this banana. This will all go into my compost pile. Bananas like to grow in a moist environment. They don't like a soggy hole though. If you're gonna plug a banana right into a soggy hole, you're probably gonna end up with a lot of root rot. It likes to be moist. You're gonna have to water it down during the summer months, but it doesn't like to be overly wet. They also thrive in acidic conditions, more of a low pH, somewhere around a 5. Right out of the middle, the tip was coming out of this soggy part. And I kind of snapped the tip off. You can see that right there, but I'm just gonna peel back a little bit of the layers around the tip area. We'll just cut those back. I was gonna cut it off flush, and I still may. This one here, let me just unpeel it for you here. Just peel it down. You can see here's the new leaf spike coming out the top here. We'll cut that top off where it's dead, right here. And now the new leaf should be able to come out of the top here. We're gonna let that dry out. Last night it got down to 31 degrees, but it's supposed to be the last freeze of the year. Finally that thing kicked off. It's supposed to be the last freeze of the year, so we should be into the clear now. All right. Peel this down a little bit. We're just gonna let it dry out a little bit. Scrape around the base here. Make sure we don't have anything else popping up in the area. Now this banana, it'll get about 6 feet tall with really long leaves on it. It won't put out any fruit. We're in too cold of an area for fruit. But in the background here, along behind this rose and my blueberries over here, I'm gonna put some cannas. And the canna lilies will have similar foliage to the banana, long leaves, although the canna lily will have like a red leaf. They do have green leaves too, but I think they'll blend really nicely in with the banana, but the banana will be a lot taller. Can't wait for summer to come. This stuff makes excellent leaf mold. Just takes a long time to break down. It'll take a full year, but that's all right. it'll get incorporated into this bed back here and make a nice mulch until it breaks down. Trying to get this rose to head over to the fence line, maybe get trained along the fence. We'll see how aggressive it is. That was the wire that I put around it for the winter. Now we'll let this dry out for a few days before I cut it a little bit. It's already starting to weep a little bit through here, out the tip. We'll let that dry out and then we'll cut it back it's already turning brown over the top here. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hey, I wanted you guys to see these blueberries. Take a look at these blueberries down here. And down here, up on here on the tip, you have, these are your fruiting areas down here. And then when it gets down here, into these areas, this is your vegetation spurs down here for next year. Your fruit will come on here for this year. Here, this one's flowered out a little bit more. You can see the fruit spurs right here, as opposed to the vegetation spurs are back in here. For springtime, all you're really wanting to do is come out here and remove any of this dead stuff. You can trim this back, being careful not to disturb the berries. You don't want to prune off any good berries. And anything like this down here at the base, that's looking like it's dead. So just inspect your berries, but your plants, shrubs. But these are your fruit spurs up here. Here's another one here. These ones are starting to go into flower a little bit more. Here's your fruit spurs up here going into flower, and then your vegetation spurs down here. So yeah, looking good. Peonies is looking fine. Now look at this guy here. You can see this one is just starting to put on bells. That's good. So the bees in a few weeks will start hitting these, making berries. White azalea here. I'm going to put canna lilies behind here, up against the fence line. Now, here's the tip. You can just see right out of the tip of that thing. There's some juice coming out of it. Here it's starting to peel. The new leaf is coming on. And this one, I'm afraid it has started to turn brown, but I think that's normal. We'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully there's no issues there. All right. You guys have a good day.